Hello and welcome to the channel. I am William Gwyn and today I'm going to be giving a seasonal summary and then a seasonal plans all in one big jumble to talk about what I've read, what I'm going to read, my favourite reads, what's happened on the channel and of course all the plans. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to talking about it. I've still got something on my teeth, so I'm getting a little bit more used to talking with them, but stick with me and hopefully I'll get over it at some point. But let's get on into talking about the good parts. You know me, I love some good stats, and so I'm going to kick off with some of them. So during winter, so December, January and February, I read 20 books and 8,511 pages. And so I was pretty happy with that. And then I looked at my stats for autumn and it made me even happier because I read 3 more books than I did in autumn and I read 780 more pages. So I was quite happy with that, especially when usually for me, I don't read much in December because obviously everyone's on their break, catching up with family, spending a lot of family time, seeing friends, and so on and so forth. It's a sociable time, isn't it? And so, yeah, I thought I'll probably read less this season. But January and February, I've kicked off pretty well. And yeah, I've read 20 books. So yeah, pretty happy with that. I think my goal, I said in my autumn summary video, I think I said my goal was 20 books. So there we go. I'm glad that I hit that. And so yeah, 20 books. And so let's talk about my top 3 reads of winter. And so one of them is A Storm of Swords by George R. R. Martin. This is book 3, of course, in the world of A Song of Ice and Fire. I did a review recently for book 2, A Clash of Kings, on the channel. So if you've read and loved A Song of Ice and Fire and you want some nostalgia, hearing someone's first thoughts maybe on the series, do check out that video. Or if you've not read these, I imagine you've already been sold by thousands of others, and I was not nearly as insightful in my review, but it was some of my thoughts that popped into my head. And so yeah, if you're interested, do go check that out. I'll be doing a review for A Storm of Swords pretty soon. I did a short, which you can also check out. It's only a minute, so no big commitment there. So yeah, I did a short talking about this because I absolutely loved it. I think this is the book where it all just kicks off. A lot happens in A Clash of Kings, but it's more like tension building, isn't it? And then when you hit A Storm of Swords, it's just twist and turn, revelations one after another that just take your breath away. And it's absolutely shocking. And of course, the characters continue to shine and become some of the greatest that I've ever had the pleasure of following in literature. So yeah, that is A Storm of Swords by the one, the only George R. R. Martin. And so just before I get into the other favourite reads of winter, I have watched A Game of Thrones season 2 to 6 during winter because I watched season 1 for the first time last year, and then I didn't really enjoy it. I loved the book, but I didn't enjoy the programme. And then as I read, after I finished The Storm of Swords, I thought, you know what, I need to carry on with the series. And I carried on, and I absolutely loved it. Something changed. I can't put my finger exactly on what, but everything just seemed to be better, in my opinion anyway, season 2 and onwards. And so yeah, really enjoyed catching up with some of those series. I know people are going to say about the last 2 seasons, don't watch them, they're terrible. So yeah, I've got that in mind. I think a big part is expectations, where it must have been horrible for the people at the time watching it as each season came out, expecting something amazing to follow up from what came before. But I've got my expectations set low, so hopefully it's better than I expect because, yeah, as I said, my expectations are so low. But let's get back into some more positivity, shall we? And talk about my other favourite reads of winter. I have The Judas Blossom by Stephen Orion. I'm not allowed to say much about this because reviews are embargoed until May, I believe. I was very lucky and honoured to be sent an early art copy of Stephen Orion's new historical fantasy series. So historical fantasy, I'm in already. I love historical fantasy, but yeah, I can't say too much, but this encompasses the fate of the great Mongol Empire near its peak. I believe so. Anyway, obviously, you can argue what the peak is. And I thought it was written brilliantly. Great characters who are very complex, with a lot of political machinations coming into play in very satisfying but also shocking turns of the page. So yeah, I've really, very unexpected in many ways, but in a great way where I absolutely loved it. But as I said, can't say too much more. I'll be talking about this a lot on the Brothers Gwyn and over on Goodreads and all my social media platforms, which I link in the description below if you want to check them out. But anyway, yeah, I'll be talking about it very soon when reviews are actually allowed. So yeah, that was one of my favourite reads of winter. And then the third one, I borrowed my brother's copy, so I don't have it on me physically. And that is Dreaming the Eagle by Manda Scott, book 1 of the Boudica Quartet. This is absolutely fantastic. Historical fiction is quite nice, actually. On these top 3, I've got fantasy, historical fantasy, and historical fiction. How nice is that? That's probably just me thinking, but yeah, Dreaming the Eagle is the beginning of the story of Boudica, which most people anyway know the story, or at least a little bit about Boudica. And I only knew a little bit, and I was really looking forward to diving in. And Papa Gwyn and my brother Ed have said it's one of their favourite series ever, and so yeah, I'm really agreeing. I absolutely love Dreaming the Eagle. There is now a read-along over on the Brothers Gwyn for the Boudica Quartet. So during March, we're reading Dreaming the Eagle, and then April, book 2, May, book 3, and you guessed it, June, book 4. So doing one a month, and we'll do a review for each singular installment at the end of each month, and I'm sure we'll be talking about it a lot over on there, as well as me on here as well. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. I think at the core, it feels very epic, especially for historical fiction. But at the same time, it's got a very small, contained cast who are really built upon, and their character relationships and interactions and dynamics are at the core of the story, and that's what I'd say is the main strength. Amanda Scott, beautiful writer. My brother Ed said that is she the Robin Hobb of historical fiction? Well, so far, she's an absolutely exceptional writer from what I've read of book 1. And yeah, I can see where he's coming from. And so yeah, they are my top 3 reads of winter. Now some channel stats, because I love some stats and maybe you want to be kept up to date. I don't know. I think you're here for the book stuff, not this. But anyway, I will say it very quickly. So the channel hit 2k subscribers. So thank you to everyone who's been supporting the channel. 827 plus subscribers in winter. So yeah, really happy with that. Very lucky. I did not expect the channel to hit 2k. And so yeah, I'm really happy with that. And it got 30.8 thousand views throughout winter. So as I said, thank you so much. It really means so much to me, and I'm loving all the recommendations people are putting in the comments below, and yeah, just chatting to you even more about books. And so that is winter. Now let's talk about some spring plans. So let's start off with a reading goal. I'm reading some graphic novels and some shorter non-fiction during spring. At least that's what I've got planned anyway. That could just go straight out the window. But because of that, I am going to be aiming for 25 books / works that I finish throughout spring. And so yeah, hopefully I can reach that. I've already read quite a few in March because I read the first 3 volumes of Sandman. I think I've read 1 in February actually, but the other 2 in March, and yeah, some non-fiction as well. So I'm well on my way there, and I'm looking forward to reading a lot more. And so yeah, 25 reads, and then just to increase it a bit more as well, because as I said, those shorter ones, especially with graphic novels, which they're still a lot of pages, but very much quicker to read. I'm going to aim for over 9,000 pages or above. Of course, these are guidelines. These are meant to motivate me. I don't take them really seriously and get sad if I don't reach them, but they're there to motivate me. And as I said, I'm a stats man. I've said it so many times in this video. I'm driven by stats, so if I think, oh, I'm quite close there, give me a little push to read a bit more that day. And yeah, it just really helps. I think I did a video on how to read more, and I was neglectful in not including goals, where I should have included that. Maybe in a few months I'll do an updated version, because some other people had some great ideas. So I may do that video again in the imminent future. But yeah, they are my reading goals in regards to books and pages. And for spring, as I said before, we have a read along over on the Brothers Gwyn channel talking about Boudica by Amanda Scott. And so yeah, I said the details before, and hopefully you join us for the ride. It's not too late. And yeah, it would just be great to talk to as many people as possible about this series, which after book 1, I already absolutely adore it and think is going to be one of my favourites of all time. And then what do I have next? So hopefully throughout spring, I will have some booktubers on the channel, maybe for some live streams or recorded chats that I'll put over on here, possibly about A Song of Ice and Fire. Obviously, I've been reading the series for the first time. I'm 3 books in, and I've read Fire and Blood as well, and I'm absolutely loving it. And I'm about 10 years too late to be joining the discussion where everyone was on board and going crazy about the series. But yeah, so hopefully I can get some booktubers on the channel and chat to them about A Song of Ice and Fire. Let me know if there's any other books that I've been talking about that you'd like to see some live chats with some other booktubers. And so yeah, as I said, just let me know if you'd like to see any of that, and I'm sure I'll be able to organise it with some awesome other channels out there. And what do I have next? I'm going to be finishing my favourite reads ever series of videos. I think I've got 3 left, maybe 2 by the time this video is out. And so yeah, I suspended that whilst I was doing kind of my favourite reads of 2022. And I'm very behind because I was going to record my top 10 of 2022, But I did one on the Brothers Gwyn, and when I was about to make it, I thought my list, there's only one book that's different, so I've left it quite a while. But now, there's obviously over time books that your mind changes about them, doesn't it? Some you love more, some diminish, some you think about more, so they become more prominent and rise up the ranks of your favourites. And so now I think half my list is different than when I did that video of my brother in January. So now I feel like it is worthy of of doing another video. It's not just gonna be me regurgitating word for word what I did with my brother Ed. And so yeah, I think it's alright to do it now. And so yeah, that'll be coming on the channel as well. And what else do I have? I think, oh yeah, if you want to see all the books that I'm reading to kick off spring, check out my March TBR video with my brother Ed. And so because I do those monthly wrap-ups in and kind of plans with my brother on the Brothers Gwyn, I don't do them over on here. I do mid-month updates over on here. But if you want to see everything that I have planned to read in March, then do go head over to that channel. And that video, I'll put a link somewhere, probably. And so, yeah, hopefully you do check that out as well if you're interested to see what I'll be reading and what may be discussed on the channel in March and April. But everyone, thank you so much for watching. Really hope that you're feeling excited for what may come in spring. Do let me know if there's anything else you would like to see. And yeah, everyone, thank you so much to those who have supported the channel throughout winter. Can't believe it hit 2K subscribers and yeah, hit over 30,000 views, which just blows my mind. This channel's been going for just over 3 months now, and I'm so happy. I've had so much fun over on here and chatting to you all. And as I said, just a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm really looking forward to chatting to you more about books. But everyone, thank you so much for watching this video about my winter summary and my spring plans. Let me know what books you've read, what were your favourites of the last 3 months, and what have you got planned for the imminent future. I'd love to know, and yeah, please do let me know in the comments below. But everyone, thank you so much for watching and stay safe.